going on, everyone? It's been a while since I've done a video, but I've had a pretty interesting couple of months. I've had a pretty interesting couple days, and I just wanted to kind of reflect on that. And we're living in really amazing times for some people, exciting times for some people, and for some people, very scary, very uncertain times. Uncertainty, just kind of living on hope. What's going on here? Okay, yeah, living on hope. As in like, they just hope things will get better somehow, yet they continue to do the same things over and over again. Their habits are the same, but they have hope. They can't lose the hope in Allah. But hope is a drug, like opium. Hope is a drug, just like that. Literally, it is like opium. Because what hope does is feeds on your emotions, feeds on a false sense of reality. And hope, it paints a picture in your mind, but no actions are followed up by it. If you hope to, lose, if you hope, okay, let me just say, okay, if you hope to give up cigarettes, yet you buy cigarettes every week or every day, whatever, you smoke cigarettes every day, then that's false hope. But now there's certainty. That's faith. Faith isn't hope. Faith is certainty. Faith in what? Faith in yourself. Faith in your abilities. Faith in your discipline. Faith in your knowing of yourself. And people don't have faith in themselves. And all they have is hope. So for those people, it is really scary. It's kind of scary times. I'll be honest, I don't watch the news. I don't watch the news. For what? Actually, a couple days ago, I was at the sauna, okay, and somebody asked me, somebody I know from back in the day, I didn't see this person for 4 months in the sauna, and I know the kind of person he is, just started talking about, he's one of those, like, born-again Christian type of guys, and he always kind of wants to talk about, he wants to know what your opinion is, and then explain to you how it's wrong and how his way is the best. And I just didn't want to. Back then, I talked to him, and I kind of like said my thing, and I would kind of leave him hanging, and I was like, yeah, I won the conversation, and it's like now he came in there. I was in the sauna, and he asked me political questions, and I'm like, you know what? It doesn't matter to me. It doesn't matter. He's like, oh, well, don't you vote? I'm like, what does it matter to you if I vote or not? It's like I don't look for the government to govern me. I don't look for the healthcare system to give me health. See, if you look, it's really crazy, but you are the beneficiary of everything. Everything is for you, to serve you. And the thing is, if you think that, if you eat meat, okay, in this system of factory farming, you give tacit approval to how the cows and the animals are treated in the industry. You give tacit approval. Okay, you do. That's the truth. I mean, this is spiritual law. We're talking about spiritual law. We're talking about soul. We're talking about contracts. When you get an app for free, and you say I accept the terms and conditions, and you don't read them, you give tacit approval to whatever they want to do because they've written down on there. They will do it. They'll turn on your camera, your mic, everything. You have given them tacit approval. Same thing in the spiritual realm. When you do something in the physical, you are giving it approval. You know, if you are a cigarette smoker, you are giving approval, tacit approval, to the to cancer, to health, problems. You are giving tacit approval to to make your taste buds weak. You're giving tacit approval to allow a vibration to take over you, your body, like a jinn, literally a jinn, to possess you. That's what it is. It's saying, when I say being possessed, it's like, it sounds spooky, but it's like, what if you're at a certain vibration, and because of those bad habits, you cannot raise your level of awareness in the soul level, and you can't get to a certain frequency, and that has to do with how you eat, what you think. How you think determines your feelings, okay? And your feelings determines your actions, and your actions have an effect, and it's that vibration. Then you're going to feel bad again. You're going to feel guilty. You're going to do what that feeling tells you to do. You react, and you get the same reaction. You get the same problem, and it gets bigger and bigger. And it's never going to be fixed unless you go to the core, the root. Like the Kabbalah, the tree of life, it has a root. We have the tree in Jannah that goes to hell. Where do you think the roots are in hell? And this is the realm of hell. This is the physical realm. Are we not burning every day? Is our body not decomposing and then being formed again every single day? Like, it's deep. It's deep. And you have to go climb your way up to the kingdom of heaven, which is, it's a mindset. And it'll reflect in your life. And when you die, your physical body is no more, and your consciousness is gone, then, then you will be in that state. And this is what all the religions talk about. I just told you, in a very hidden, occult way, because all religion is a vessel for deeper knowledge. And we don't go below the surface anymore. What you know now, you've probably known for the past 20 years of your life. When you're 12 years old, you know the same thing. You don't know. And then every Friday, you listen to the same kind of sermons, and you go back to work, and you are back to the rat race, as they call it. But you're a little happier because it's Friday. And then the next day, you're going to wake up in the evening, whatever time, and then you're going to do what you're supposed to do, eat, and just kind of sit there and hope for the day to go good. And then Sunday night, you feel like crap, and you got to go to work. And then you hope you have a good week, and then it's like a repeat over and over. And then it's that same dialogue is supported in the friendships you have, the same people you hang out with. And no one wants to face their demons. No one wants to look at themselves and say, look at the reflection and be like, well, that's just a reflection of you. What you see in your reflection is a reflection of how you think, what your limited beliefs are, what was said about you when you were 15 years old. Doesn't matter. You build a certain persona, and you keep it for the rest of your life. No, this life is about growth. And if you align yourself with your soul, the ego, the nafs, will raise up too. The ego, the nafs, it's all together. It's not like you got to throw away the nafs. You have to live with the nafs, but raise the nafs up. Because the nafs is not your ruh, it's not your soul. And it's a process. It is not easy. It's not easy to change and to become a very strange person amongst people in the society. But I believe it's amazing, I can talk to people, I have a platform, this is the same as like CNN. Why not? Some YouTube people, they have millions of followers. I mean, it is a platform. And there's a lot of distractions out there, but there's a lot of good things out there too. And this is our form of medium of idea exchange, and and there's a way, and people are waking up now. But unfortunately, in my community, and I think it's pretty normal for all the other Muslim communities, we're very late in the game. We're still trying to appease everybody else. We're still trying to be like, hey, we're here too. We're raising our hand. Look at us. Look at us. It's like we're still trying to get their approval. Come on, seriously. So yeah, I think if you are that kind of person that doesn't like to look at reality and know that, you know what, you're giving up your soul for security. You're giving up your soul for security, but everybody dies. You know, everybody dies. And that's the truth. This is a journey. This is an illusion. Every prophet has said it. Every religion has said it. This is an illusion. But it doesn't mean you're down there and you're suffering. We've been told suffering is noble. And yes, we make mistakes. We're not angels. We make mistakes, but we don't make them over and over again. And then say, oh, well, Allah likes people that make mistakes and repent. It's like, yeah, you make a mistake, you repent, you don't do it again. You learn from your mistake. I learned very late in my life, and but I'm I had a good time, but I learned a lot, and it's just I'm very grateful, and now I realize, because I'm at this level, at this thought now, it's because all those things happened in my past, and every one of us is unique. Everyone's unique, and we've been told we're not. No, you are unique. Your life is like, it's freaking awesome. Think about the things you've done. There's nobody else that has done it before. It could be anything. It could be, you jumped over some creek, I don't know, when you're 10. It could be, like me, I was thinking about supercars the past few months, and before I kind of, I forgot about them. I used to love going to the dealerships. I used to love driving them. I used to love kind of looking at the magazines. I lived by Car and Driver. I used to like going there and just seeing the cars that were going to come out, and it's just, I liked them, old cars, new cars, whatever. And then for a long time I stopped looking at them because I thought, what, I'm never going to have one before again, ever in my life. So why even look at it? It's like, and I got depressed, and I stayed in that level. And every time I saw a Ferrari or something, I would be like, oh, I want one. Oh, I'm not good enough, And I was at that level until I changed my thinking and what's possible for me. Then it's like, wow, it's just, they started appearing. But in the past, you have to look at everything as being unique. I've seen two Porsche 959s, and they're very rare, Porsche 959s. And I've been in a Jaguar XJ220, and I've seen these things, and it's like, for me, it's like, when I thought about it, it's like, oh, that's stupid, that's it's not special. But now I'm like, wait, that is special. If there's only 10 of them, and I've been in 2 of them, and I've seen them, that's special. So why am I, belittling my own, view of things that happen to me? And we do that to ourselves. And when we do that to ourselves, it really keeps us at a lower level. And it's not arrogance. This is experiences in your life to look back, tap into it, and bring that sense of uniqueness and that feeling in the here and now. That's time travel. You go back in time, literally. You become that person that was, driving that, Cavalli, that's this crazy car at 190 miles an hour on the Davidson Freeway, 192 miles an hour on the Davidson Freeway, and it's like, and then you're like, oh, that's not cool. It's like, dude, dude, I don't know anybody that's been 192 miles an hour on the Davidson Freeway. I can't think of many people that have done that. And it's like, maybe I'm the only one in the history of that freeway, which is the first freeway in the U.S. to have driven that fast. you know. And it's like, wow, I'm gonna keep that in myself. And it's like, wow, okay. And then now I'm like, wow, that's pretty unique. I did this, you know. I got the opportunity to do this. So what if no one else knows about it? It's for me. This life is for me. And you have to look at your life like that too. Look at every situation that put you where you are. It's because of a divine like blueprint, a journey, divine journey of your soul from the bottoms going back to the top, you know, getting out of this lower dimensions and climbing up the layers. You know, like for example, if you were in hell, you know, let's just say you die, like you died and everything, and you're in hell for 2,000 years. I mean, sometime you're gonna not be in hell. Maybe each one of us climbs a stair up hell, you know. And it's like there has to come like the middle layer of the lowest layer of hell, the middle layer of hell, the top layer of hell towards heaven, out. It's gonna be less painful, I'm assuming, right, than the lower levels. It's not like just one day you're out. No, it's just like it gets more like it gets easier, you know. Not until, but it only gets easier, not until it gets really tough. When it gets really tough, then you know it's gonna get easier. It's like wow, it's like you become that. You get patience. When people pray, oh Allah, give me patience, you know, give me patience, you know, God, give me patience. But then something happens where they lose their shit, and then they're praying again, oh, give me patience, oh, give me patience, in the moment of losing their self. But that's the thing, you get put in worse situations, and then it's like, well, then you get patient, as in like, okay, you know what, I'm not gonna act like this anymore. I'm just gonna become patient. And then, hey, you know what, you just got patience, and you harness that and make that power of patience stronger. And then it's like, okay, use that as a stepping stone to the next level. And then it's like it gets easier. You think of something, you know, with emotion, and you see it 5 minutes later. It's like, wow, okay, well, I controlled that. You have to say that you controlled it. It's like, oh, it's just coincidence. There's no coincidence in this reality. There's no such thing as luck. There's no such thing as coincidence. As a believer in any faith, just there's no coincidence. It cannot be. You are where you are right now, not by coincidence, by something greater than coincidence. Because that's how unique you are in your reality. You're it. Everything is happening in your mind. You're having a neurological experience. You know, I'm going to leave you with this occult knowledge, this more deep knowledge hidden in religion. But it's deep. It's not going to be told to you. The you know, north, east, south, west. In space, what is north, what is south, what is east, what is west? Okay? And here on Earth, okay, North Pole, South Pole, this and that, right? East, west. Okay? But in the spiritual world, the north is your skull, is your mind, okay? South is your feet, okay, down, feet, your root chakra, you know? And west is your spinal cord, and east is your heart. That's why they say the West is a materialistic culture, because the West deals with the spine, which is nervous system, which is the physical senses, the world, this illusion. That's the West. The East is the heart. That's why the Eastern system is all about meditation and going within. You control you. But it's a mix between both. You don't have to be East, and you can do both. You can have high spiritual understanding, and then also make your reality the way you want it. You know, and high vibration, high energy. You know, amazing smells, food that's not only tasty but very ethically. You know, maybe you have your own farm. You know. Or you get it, you know, I don't know, whatever. You know, you want soup, you have Gordon Ramsay cook it for you, whatever. So why can't you have a life like that? You know, we've been told that's too much to ask for. No, that's arrogant. That's wasteful. You know, look at all these people here that are homeless. That's how we've been told to think. That's not how it is. That's not how it should be. That's not how it could be. That's not how it should be. And you know, you can really change your life by acquiring some information that you put into action. It just changes everything, and it's like you become a real believer, and you become stronger in your faith than you ever have. And it's like, wow, you know, I see. Okay, take care, everyone, and stop watching news. Stop watching things just reacting. That's put there to keep it at a certain level, because you know why? You elicit emotion. You see something about Trump or anti or pro, and it gives you an emotional response, and you are putting some kind of emotional thought to it, and you're thinking about that, and then you're you know, you're eating your food, and you're thinking about that, and you're eating your food. You're like staying at that level in a consciousness level. I mean, atom is consciousness. You know, it's just matter, right? Matter is nothing. Now they're in quantum physics. They're talking about how the observer, when the waves is looked at, it collapses because of the observer. Otherwise, just a frequency floating around. And then the observer looks at it, the matter, it collapses. That wave collapses into the form of what the observer observes. Okay, some deep stuff, but that's not, that's later on, you know, but it's like you gotta slowly get there, and it's very doable. But if you assume that you're just gonna learn this kind of stuff just by living your everyday life and doing the same thing you did every day, then it's not going to happen like that. It's going to take you 100 years, you know. But yeah, there's ways to acquire this knowledge. Okay, take care, everyone. I gotta go, and just have an amazing night. And just be in before you go to sleep. Think of the good things about yourself. Think about, like, hey, you know what? I'm breathing. I don't have any. You know, I'm not. There's no tube down my throat. You know, just start being in a space of gratitude, no matter what. You know what? You are alive. You're watching me on Facebook. That means you have a phone, internet connection. Doesn't matter what you perceive the future to be. Even if you have no money, why should you not be thankful to breathe, to have eyes? You know. So stop thinking about that. Do not think about it. Do not think about all that stuff in the news. Don't think about the past. Just start going in the now and just thinking about your breathing. Thinking about, wow, just, you know, when you yawn, it's like, oh, you get the stretch. It feels, and it's like, you know, you feel it. It's like, oh, that's a moment of like bliss, and you just be thankful for that. You know, start from, you know, there's so much things you can be thankful for, and once you get into a mode of gratitude, you open up space for more gratitude to be bestowed on top of you, you know, on you, in you. Okay? Take care, everyone, and have an amazing, you know, I don't know what day it is. Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday. Every day is Friday night for me. It doesn't matter. But I don't know. I don't know what day it is, but just have it. You know, make the best of it. Take care.